can't be that bad. It's just like a Band-Aid. It's gonna be fine. Bex! $200 on Marc Jacobs underwear.
Oh, underwear is a basic human right.
$78 on lavender honey.
I felt sorry for the shop assistant. She had a lazy eye. I didn't know which way she was looking.
She was looking at me. It was so sad. I can't even talk about this one. A foot spa. What were you doing in a foot spa? What did take a break?
They said I was a valued customer. Now they sent me hate mail.
Bex.
Oh, God.
How are you going to pay off $16,162.70 with no job?
Yeah, I'm here. The clip you just watched is from a movie called Confessions of a Shopaholic. It's based on the best-selling series of novels by Sophie Kinsella. And while this clip probably makes us chuckle a little, there's probably an unsettling, niggling feeling in the pits of our stomachs about what's the reality behind the laughs in this film. Alcohol, power, money, food, sex, gambling, shopping. Our normal appetites for these things are really capable of becoming full-blown addictions, as we saw here. What we forget to realize is that God gave us these appetites. That the appetites in themselves, they're good and natural. He wants us to live as He intends, and He wants us to enjoy the things that He's given us. But when we let our appetites get out of balance, like poor Becky Bloomwood does in this movie, we allow them to take priority in our lives, God becomes more and more distant to us. It happens to all of us, even the heroes of the Bible, the heroes of the faith. Look at Paul. He was one of Jesus' BFFs, and he lived for God in a manner that most people pursue extreme sports. This guy got beaten for God. He got shipwrecked for God twice. He was put in jail multiple times for God and bit by a poisonous snake for God, and finally and ultimately killed for God. He had this to say about his own natural appetites consistently going haywire. We find it in Romans 7:15. I don't really understand myself, for I want to do what is right, but I don't do it. Instead, I do what I hate. Maybe before today you haven't given much thought to what drives your life and why certain behaviors we have seem so out of control. Or maybe that there could be a connection between our addictive behaviors and our journey with God. And like Becky in the movie today, we may be going through life not understanding the driving, controlling, self-destructive force that's behind many of our personal compulsions.
Rebecca, you just got a credit card bill of $900. You do not need a scarf.
Then again, who needs a scarf? Wrap some old jeans around your neck. That'll keep you warm. That's what your mother would do.
You're right, she would.
The point about this scarf is that it would become part of a definition of your psyche. Do you see what I mean?
No, I do. I keep talking.
It would make your eyes look bigger.
It would make my haircut look more expensive.
You'd wear it with everything.
It would be an investment.
You would walk into that Olette interview confident
Confident.
and poised.
Poised.
The girl in the green scarf.
A green scarf, please.
Good choice. It's the last one.
That'll be $120. How'd you like to pay? Here's $50 in cash. Can you put 30 on this card? $10 on that? 20 on that? So cute. Declined. Really? Could you try it again? Really declined.
Seriously though, not considering this force within us is like sitting in the sun every afternoon. That would be if we actually had sun in Ontario this summer. And being burned every day for years on end, yet never questioning what the source of that painful heat was coming from. So today, while we enjoy what critics are calling a lighthearted comedy, I want us to get out our spiritual sunblock and get to the bottom of our behaviors and what lies beneath. As unique and special as each of us are, we share one single trait altogether. At the core of our being, we're all searching to experience fulfillment. Whether or not you believe it to be true, God knows it. After all, He made us this way. We've been formed in His image, which includes this innate need to become complete, whole, and satisfied. So even though we may not know exactly what we're searching for, we can't stop trying to fill that inner void. And we spend lots of time trying to fill that void, don't we? Our search for fulfillment drives us forward and motivates us to meet our needs and fill our wants. You could say that we develop a strong appetite to gain fulfillment. We also have appetites for things that are necessary for our physical, emotional, and spiritual survival that help us fill that void. But many of us, we can't beat the feeling that our lives are somehow missing something. And no matter how many stories we hear about certain things in life not actually bringing fulfillment, we still develop strong appetites for those things and we crave them. Have a look at this clip. I guess we have to read.
Actually came here as a favor to a friend. I mean, I like shopping. Is there anything so wrong with that? I mean, stores are put there to enjoy. The experience is enjoyable. Well, more than enjoyable. It's beautiful. The sheen of silk draped across the mannequin. Oh, the smell of new Italian leather shoes.
Italian leather shoes, that's the best.
Oh, the rush you feel when you swipe your card. And it's approved, and it all belongs to you.
Okay, Rebecca, thank you for sharing.
The joy you feel when you've bought something and it's just you and the shopping.
You went shopping.
All you have to do is hand over a little card.
Joy put together.
Isn't that the best feeling in the world?
Yeah.
Don't you just want to shout in front of the mountaintops?
True.
You feel so confident and alive.
And happy.
And happy. And warm.
What's going on here?
I need to buy a new bag. I have to impress Alette Naylor.
You should get a watch to go with that bag.
Oh, there's a sale at Catherine Malandrino.
You're like my soul sister.
I know it.
I have to go. Good luck, everybody.
Do they have shoes?
I'm fine. You sit down. I'm really strong. My wallet is closed. I do not want to shop.
Now, before we claim the whole, but this is just a movie excuse, I'm sure we can all think of some well-known folks with problem appetites that serve as even recent examples, like the fictional character Becky Bloomwood here. How about Michael Jackson, a guy who looked like he had it all, and yet at the end, we hear about things after his death that are just shocking about the things he struggled with, the things he craved, the way he tried to fulfill himself. How about John and Kate Gosselin of John and Kate +8 fame? They allowed the growing desire for fame and money to ruin their marriage and their family. Our desire to be loved and secure is like a homing device to point us towards God.